Welcome back to Amanda Plays Games. We are back on the trail, and I figured we would do this one today. It's something I've never done before. We're going to reach out Abilene, Kansas. So apparently the way this is pronounced is not Chisholm, it's Chisholm Trail. So, just so we know, I'll probably mess up and call it something else later, but I looked it up. So, if that is wrong, if that's incorrect, let me know, because I looked it up and that's how they said you pronounce it. But let's do this one today. Texas fever is struck. Cook delicious meals for a colorful trio of cowboys as they drive cattle north along the famous trail forged by Jesse Chisholm and Black Beaver. Unlocks the cook class. I have never done this one before. Obviously, it's part of the DLC, so this should be fun. So far, this is the San Antonio, like Texas, March 1st, 1867. Oh yeah, Texas Cowboys. Take the journey across 2,000 miles of plains, rivers, and mountains. If for some reason you don't survive, your wagon burns, or thieves steal your oxen, or you run out of provisions, or you die of cholera, don't give up. Try again and again and again. I am doing the Chisholm one, right? Okay. Well, I guess we can do the mountain woman. Neat but dim-witted. Has a hard time learning new skills. And they like to keep themselves and their environment clean. Nope. Let's do the physician. Heroic and charming. Wily and egotistical. Self-obsessed to the point of damaging relationships. A chronic liar. Let's do Violet. So we have, I already forgot who this was. Oh, a physician, a music person, heroic and dim-witted, slack and pugnacious, religious and paranoid. Let's do an adventurer. And paranoid and dim-witted, pessimistic and religious. Paranoid, fearful, and distrusting. Oh, shoot. I didn't... Well, that's fine. Refined and pugnacious. He'll be finicky. I guess we'll do this one. There's nothing else to buy? Oh. We don't have any other money. Oof. Okay, I guess we don't have a lot of money, so... Okay, so we are doing... So is this a long one? I thought it was just 2 treks. The party gathers together alongside their chuck wagon, waiting to meet the cowhands they'll be working with on the long trail north to Abilene, Kansas. Abilene? I'm pretty sure it's Abilene. I don't know. I've been to Kansas, but not there. I've been to Hayes. Are you the cooks joining us on the drive to Abilene? Well, you're late. Time wasted here is time that the cattle aren't moving north. Okay, geez, Lizzie Johnson. Our contractor's cheap, so there's only 3 of us driving the whole herd. Ridiculous, if you ask me. Do any of you even have experience on a cattle drive? Don't know how I'm expected to work. Lizzie. Thank you, George. We might want to actually introduce ourselves before bombarding them. Whatever. Jeez, you're just a ray of sunshine, ain't you? I'm Elizabeth Johnson, but just call me Lizzie. We're the cowhands in charge of moving the cattle herd up north. We do our job right, which I know we will, and we'll have a large, healthy herd to sell up in Kansas. This here is George, and that lout there is... Wait, where'd he go? Vicente. Not Vincent. Vicente. Oh, he's Chisholm. Vicente Chisholm. Chisholm. Sorry about that. I was visiting a saddler here. They do amazing work. Did you know they actually use sheepskin instead of cowhide for their leather? It's interesting because... Whoa there, please. Just slow down. Right, sorry. I'm Vicente. Nice to meet y'all. Anyway, your job is just to keep us fed. We don't have time to be making our own meals while we're looking after the cattle. Try to collect ingredients while you're traveling. I like something a bit more interesting than flour and meat after a hard day's work. Happy drovers, happy cattle, understand? Now let's get a move on already. Have you rounded up the cattle yet, Lizzie? Mm-hmm. Vicente, let's go. We gotta round up the cattle. Okay. I'll have to get going as well. It won't take them long to get the herd in order. Just stay ahead of us, and when you find a good campsite, set yourselves up and we'll join you. There should be plenty of good spots for hunting, fishing, and gathering around these parts. I've heard that cooks have a way of finding ingredients other people would never even think of using. In fact, I've got some supplies y'all can probably use here. Awful. Oh, great. Guts. Oh, I also heard that Black Beaver is in town right now. He worked with Jesse Chisholm to set up this trail. So if you want more information, you should think about seeking him out before we leave. I'll see you at dinner. Bye. Okay. Let's talk. Black Beaver is here. So you're heading north on Chisholm's Trail, are you? I suggest you keep an eye out for the man himself. Last I heard, he was trading at Red River Station, an old border outpost from the war. I'm actually heading that way myself, so I'll let him know you're coming. Trail? Oh, sure. I've traveled it once or twice. During the war, I had to leave my ranch behind and escape to Fort Leavenworth. General William H. Emery, or Colonel Emery, as he was known back then, was evacuating with about 800 Union soldiers and asked for my help. I must be getting old because he managed to keep up with me. Excuse me. The route I took is pretty similar to Chisholm's Trail. Might be that he got the idea from me, and you'll call it the Beaver Trail instead? Well, sorry. Might be that he got the idea from me, and you'll call it the Beaver Trail instead? So you're heading... Okay. Ask for advice. I suggest you talk to Jesse Chisholm if you want advice. I'm not as young and resourceful as I used to be. The trail to reach him at Red River Station isn't too difficult, and there's lots of opportunities to resupply before you get there. You have to cross a number of rivers such as the Brazos at Waco and the Trinity at Fort Worth. Good luck, and sorry I couldn't be more help to you. My ranch on the Washita River was burned down during the war, and I've been gathering supplies to rebuild. General Emery, to his credit, tried to get the U.S. government to cover my losses, which were quite substantial, as you can imagine. Despite his efforts, I haven't received any compensation yet. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, have I just never noticed that the cow health is up here, or is this new? To be fair, I don't really look up there. The party doesn't wish to disturb Black Beaver any further, so they decide to leave him to his business. Okay, let's see if there's any information here. The war may have ended and the 13th Amendment passed, but it seems Texas is intent on maintaining the institution of slavery in all but name. The adoption of discriminatory New apprenticeship and vagrancy laws last year shows they have little regard for our civil rights. Personally, I see free education and widespread land ownership as a necessary bulwark against these regressive policies. Sorry. There was a major outbreak of cholera last year that took hundreds of lives. I wish I could have done more to help the victims, but I'm only one man. The best medicine is administered before the disease takes hold. That's what I always say. The epidemic was caused in part by tainted water from the San Antonio Springs, and that's what we must address. I believe that the philanthropist, Mr. Brackenridge, has a right idea. The city should take ownership of the headwaters and keep them clean for the benefit of everyone. Interesting. Okay. I don't have any money. So I guess let's just go. This lady's yelling at her cow. Okay. Austin, Waco, Fort Worth, and Red River Station. There's a compass here. I was just in San Antonio last year. It was very lovely. A lot greener than I thought, considering that Texas is, hot and kind of deserty. But it's okay. They have a really big river that goes through, so that's nice. As golden sunshine fills the street of San Antonio, the party sets out on the Chisholm Trail, mindful of the responsibilities they've taken on. Alright, let's boogie. So, this must be new, because it was all highlighted there. Oh, let's see. Who was the adventurer? Oh no, I don't remember who was who. Physician, musician, David is the adventurer. Okay. Let's use it on him first. We'll see. How did he already get dirty? What did you do, Julius? It's gonna be a nightmare. Party comes across a natural spring by the trail. There's fresh water, thick and plentiful grass, and an abundance of plant and animal life. This could be a good opportunity to gather additional cooking ingredients if there's time. Searching the area likely take some effort. Who should search? Probably a physician. He might know if something is poisonous or something, right? Okay. 2 fish heads. And 75 fish. Holy moly. Robert finds plenty of juicy fish swimming in a nearby stream. In addition to fish heads for cooking, Robert is always also able to gather additional fish for eating on the trail. Can I not use just the fish for cooking? Gross. Oh, is this a fishing spot? The party knows this would be a good spot to collect special ingredients for cooking that cowboys will appreciate. After fishing, they will be able to obtain fish heads from the fish caught. Fish team in the water nearby, a prime location to cast a line and try to catch a bite. Bait is required. Let's craft some. Make 20 bait. The party makes 20 bait using their stored foodstuffs. Hopefully the fish aren't picky eaters. Well, they're probably used fish to make it, which they eat anyway, so we're safe. Go fishing. Who should fish? Have Violet do it. choice. Alright. I mean, I guess I just don't understand why we'd have to use the fish heads for cooking instead of the fish. I mean, I'm all for not wasting, but it's just a little weird. Alright, what else did we get? A largemouth bass. Nice. There's a lot of fish here. An old tin can. That's great. I'm sure we can use that for something. Okay. A long-nosed gar. Nice. What else do we get? A sauger. Sauger? Again, I don't like fish, so I'm not very familiar with them. A frog. A boreal chorus frog. Cute. A pumpkin seed. Cute. I mean, that's a cute name for a fish. A white crappie. Not a cute name for a fish. Wait. This one jingled. I didn't want to, like, waste the opportunity. Does that mean it's special? Yes! A green sunfish. Trophy quality green sunfish caught. Looks like it sparkled when it came up. Oh. I think this will probably... I mean, we'll hit 120 soon. What happened? I clicked. There we go. Goodness. A bluegill. And game. Cool. I got 10 fish, which means realistically I should have 10 fish heads. Right? Violet manages to catch 120 pounds of fish and brings it all back to storage. With a knife, Violet can spend some extra time cleaning the fish for any leftover meat. Yeah, let's use a knife. 25 more and 6 fish heads. To utilize all parts of the fish, Violet also collects 6 fish heads from the haul. These will be useful to cook with at the next campsite. I mean, sure. So would the 120 pounds of fish I caught. But what do I know, huh? Cows. Or, yeah, cows. I was like, or something. Oh, it's the cows. You know, that whole thing that we've got going on. Where we're taking the cows. We're not drovers, but we're helping the drovers. How'd you do? I was just chatting with your cowboy friends here, wondering if they're interested in selling some of their herd. I can't get a straight answer out of them. Mind stepping in? Those are our longhorns. We ain't selling. Now, Lizzie, we ought to consider the offer. Our cookies might need need the extra cash for supplies. I'm offering $50 for a few of your steers, or maybe $20 for just one of your finest, so what'll it be? I mean, I think we're okay. I don't necessarily need any money right now. No, we'll be fine. Not even a single one, huh? Well, fair shake. I'll try my luck somewhere else. Yeah, I think we're good. I just fished up like 7 billion fish. You did the right thing. We've been contracted to deliver this herd, and that means all of them. Yeah, I mean, they're not really their cows to sell, are they? So far, I haven't found a campsite to cook. Oh, right here. Good. Huzzah. An old campsite comes into view, presumably left by travelers past. Alright, we're gonna set up camp. Oh no, they're hungry. They're starving. Slowing down a bit, and it's starting to affect the cattle. Gotta pick my energy before it gets any worse. If you've got some decent grub tonight, I'd be much obliged. I need to get some strength back before we go back out. I can start to feel myself slacking with the cattle. Hopefully, some rest will get my head on straight. Can't be letting the team down. Well, let's cook for them. Goodness gracious, they're all starving to death. What ingredients should the party use? A meal needs 3 ingredients. In the party's inventory, we have 0 maize, 1 offal, and 8 fish heads. Why am I using junk? I guess we'll put an offal in. Should the party cook with no special ingredients? No. And one of these, and I have another one. Right? Cook the meal. Okay. I mean, ew, why can't I use the fish and meat? Broth is made from the fish heads, then the offal is mixed in and simmered to create menudo blanco. I mean, sure. A delicious tripe soup. This is a celebratory dish, so gather round. Sometimes I feel like y'all know me better than my own family. It's good. There's nothing really more to say. Not my first choice of a meal, but food is food. Well, we best be heading to bed now. We need to be up bright and early to wrangle the cattle. Don't forget to look after yourselves as well. I guess, we'll wash. It's the only thing that we need. The party spends time thoroughly scrubbing themselves, glad to be free of the muck and grime that comes with grueling travel. I have never had menudo. I've heard good things about it, but I've also heard that it's one of those things that if somebody doesn't know what they're doing and they try to make it for you, then it'll ruin it forever for you. So I'm kind of nervous to try it. I want to make sure that when I do eat it, it's by like somebody's abuela who like knows how to cook it really well. I just need to find that person and then have them make me menudo. And then I'll try it, and who knows? I might really like it. We're just scooching along the trail. We'll be in Austin. So this one is a little bit longer. It looks like we'll do this trail in a few episodes. 3, maybe? Oh no, a bullet. And it had to hit our physician. A terrible bang echoes from within the wagon, and Robert cries out in pain. Okay, well, let's... Great. Well, you're a mountain man. Do you know anything about medicine? No. Good grief. Now he's got, like, an infection and gangrene, and we have to chop off his leg. Yeah. The bullet has passed clean through Robert's leg. Julius furnishes the victim with medicine and bandages the wound tightly. Unfortunately, the bandages can barely stem the flow of blood. Robert will need further medical attention or perhaps a miracle. Robert, why did our physician have to get shot? We'll pour 2 more into you. Poor guy. Oh, did I not need to do that? I think they fully heal somebody here. Austin, Texas. Oh, look at that. Got a banjo man. Got some guy popping a squat over here. She's popping a squat behind the boxes. Everybody's popping squats all over the place. The imposing limestone Capitol building stands proudly on the Austin skyline, overlooking the many buildings of various materials and styles that line the long avenues of the bustling city. Alright, and that's where we will end this episode. So, thank you everybody for joining me on the start of this trail. Poor Robert got shot, but so far that's the only horrible thing that's happened. So, next time we'll continue on our way to Waco, it looks like. It'll be fun. Alright. So, thanks again, everybody, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.